Hey, it's time for our Morning Drive Top 5, and we look at the top 5 performers for Texas Tech football this past season. For me, my number one top performer this past year was Trey Wolff. I thought he was nails when you needed him to be nails. Yeah, he missed a couple of field goals. He was 18 of 21. He was 38 of 39. He was what you needed in some key situations this year that allowed you to beat teams like Texas and Oklahoma. For me, number 2 on my list is Xavier White. Caught 42 balls, 561 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he ran the ball back, kickoff returns for an average of 22.6 yards per game. Dadrian Taylor Demerson is 3rd on my list on the defensive side. A couple of interceptions. He had a total of 66 tackles, 47 of which were unassisted, and 5 breakups. And then for me, Tyree Wilson is number 4. I know he got hurt. I know he wasn't able to finish the season, but I think he just changed the way that defense was looked at. He forced teams to do something different away from him, and he basically put guys in position then that could make plays for you because teams were too distracted by him. And 5th for me, I know he had 8 interceptions, but he had 12 touchdowns. He played in every game. He wasn't a problem for you. I thought Donovan Smith was number 5 in terms of top performers this year. So those are my top 5 on the Morning Drive Top 5. Jamie?
All right, my 5 are definitely a lot different than Chuck's. Top of my list, the guy who has All-American and All-Conference honors rolling in left and right, it's Tyree Wilson, going to probably go in the first round of the NFL draft. 7 sacks for him. I think he by far was the best player that the Red Raiders had this past year. Number 2 on my list, Krishan Merriweather had over 100 tackles, 104 to be exact. He was awesome for the Red Raiders this year. Sideline to sideline, making plays in the backfield. He was terrific. Number 3 on my list, I'm heavy on the defense here because the defense really outplayed the offense for most of the season. Tony Bradford Jr. was terrific in the middle, 5.5 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss. Big against the run, big against the pass. Bradford was terrific. Number 4, I'm going to Trey Wolff. Chuck mentioned how good he was, 18 of 21 on the field goal attempts. And I was really worried about the kicking game going into the season. He exceeded my expectations. He's number 4 on my list. And Donovan Smith is number 5 on my list. As far as quarterbacks go, he won 2 of your biggest games, had the highest completion percentage of the 3 quarterbacks, threw the most touchdown passes, and for the entire team, scored the most touchdowns as well. And that's why he's number 5 on my list.
All right, that's your Morning Drive Top 5 here on DoubleT973.com.